with 1 in every 2 Australians suffering with a mental health condition at some point in their life. You have to wonder why it's becoming more prevalent, yet it's still so misunderstood. Many clients, when they come to see us, they've tried different medications, they've tried psychology, they've tried counselling, and although they feel that they may have made progress, they still feel as though there's something missing. As naturopaths, we assess the person from a holistic perspective, and these are just a few of the areas that we look at when we're addressing mental health. One of the first areas that we look at is a condition called pyroluria. So you may not have heard of pyroluria. What pyroluria is it's a condition where the person has elevated levels of pyrroles in the blood. And pyrroles have a high affinity for nutrients that are really fundamental in the production of neurotransmitters. So neurotransmitters are actually what control our thought processes in the body. They act like hormones. When your nerves communicate with each other and they fire chemicals, those chemicals are called neurotransmitters. And so if somebody has lots of these pyrroles circulating around in the body, they have lots of essentially magnets to nutrients that you need to make those neurotransmitters. So assessing this is incredibly important. Another area that we often look at is what we call methylation. So some people are what you refer to as an overmethylator and others are an undermethylator. And essentially this process is controlled by the MTHFR gene. This process of methylation has a lot to do with how we produce neurotransmitters and how we clear neurotransmitters out of the body. And some people that wheel is spinning too quickly and other people it's spinning too slowly. So it's important to get the MTHFR gene along with lots of other cofactors assessed to see what's happening there in regards to balancing neurotransmitters. The other is your gut function. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but 90% of your serotonin levels are actually made in the gut. And serotonin is your happy and calming neurotransmitters. A lot of your other neurotransmitters are influenced by gut function as well. Some of them are made there and some of them are also cleared out there. And part of that clearance can have a lot to do with your bacteria flora in the gut. There's lots of research now around the area of this whole gut-brain connection. There's lots of bacteria that live in the gut that can strongly influence our brain function and mental health conditions as well. Hormones. So we all know that hormones can make us feel irritable and moody, and so it seems quite obvious to assess your hormones. But did you know that estrogen alone, that you've got 3 different types of estrogen levels? When people come to us and they say they've had their hormone testing done, it's usually just including 1 estrogen type. It's not all 3 of them. So it's important to have a thorough hormone assessment done. Another area that we assess is the person's nutrient status. So are they eating a diet that is conducive to healthy neurotransmitter production, and are they absorbing their nutrients properly? When we're assessing neurotransmitter levels, we need to look at the nutrients, and the reason is that those neurotransmitters are made from proteins, and proteins is essentially a macronutrient that you find in the diet. But what about the vitamins and minerals? The vitamins and minerals act like the cement when we're making neurotransmitters. They're fundamental and pivotal in producing the neurotransmitters in the biochemical pathway. So as you can see, mental health is fairly multifaceted. We do like to assess the person's psychology through working along with a psychologist or their doctor. This is part of the integrated wellness 3-step methodology. So we don't just assess a person from a physical perspective, we also assess the person's 3 primary health pillars, and that's how they think, how they eat, and how they live. So if you or somebody you know is struggling with a mental health condition, our naturopaths would love to help you.